Next, moving on, Commissioner Milligan.
Thank you for all the candidates who just spoke.
See y'all.
I want to tell you why I nominated Ms. McGrath. Before I do that,
Pull your mic around. Thank you.
sorry. Before I do that, I want to respond to something Mr. Kaestner said. Mr. Kaestner is a man I respect greatly. When I sit with him, he's the smartest guy in the room. But minds can disagree. I don't think this process was made controversial by a group called Williamson Strong. I think this was made controversial through the school board itself and through us watching the school board go through a painstakingly, at times clumsy process of approving a man's contract who's worked very hard for our county. And I said to somebody tonight, I'm going to try to offend everybody. If I do that, I've done my job. This was always going to be a controversial, contentious vote. It was. And I don't make a boogeyman out of a group called Williamson Strong. I read every email I got. Maybe half the emails came with a little insignia, and not all those agreed on what they were saying. I think it's an insult to the collective intellect of this group to say that we can be swayed by form emails. I think more highly of each one of you than that. I'm going to take Commissioner Danner and Commissioner Lawrence at their word. Their word was that they would set forth certain criteria. One, that someone had a heart for education. Two, they were committed to running. Those are the criteria that they set forth originally. I'm going to hold them to that. The criteria may have changed. I'm going to hold them to that criteria. If PJ, God bless the man who's put up with a lot this year, decide to step down, and PJ, you'll hear about this, you better not do it. I would hope that each of you would do your job and exercise your wisdom if you thought there was a better candidate out there than one I put forward. I'm not worried about ego. I'm not worried about tradition. I'm worried about the people throughout the county, not just in one district. And I would hope you would hold me to that. But PJ's not going to step down, so that won't happen. I met for 2 hours with one of the candidates, the original nominee. And in 2 sentences I got from Ms. McGrath what that one candidate did not say in 2 hours. And it was a focus on the students. Ms. McGrath got up just now, and of the 3 who spoke, was the only one who didn't sling any mud towards our current school board. She was the one who spoke about students first. She was the one that didn't have to make excuses as to whether or not she will have time. We know she's had time. Why? She was a special education teacher. She volunteers at the school. She was a PTO president. She's had to deal with parents, and angrier parents. And she's done it thanklessly, making at times a wage that, she could have made more somewhere else, and sometimes for free. She has a heart for our school. And I felt compelled after speaking to this woman to nominate her. Because of all the ones I spoke to, she's got the most skin in the game, and she's put in the most time for our schools. And so I'll vote for her tonight, and I would ask for you to vote for her too, but even if you don't, I ask you to vote for your conscience based upon who you talk to, you think is the best candidate. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams.